Welcome to Spiritual Dessert Trews, episode 107 for Russell Brand and other people. Today I am just coming from a beautiful healing mass. It was absolutely lovely. And so I was just feeling full of the spirit, loaded, very happy. And I put on my Christmas hat. And I'm reading from this book. So letting God pick up the page. We all have a choice. We are creators of a reality. All we have to do is make a decision to take collective responsibility for change. Do you really think that the revolution's ridiculous proposition that we cannot engineer our own structures? What's ridiculous is the system we have now. If we were starting society anew, who among us would propose a monarch, an aristocracy, a financial elite that exploits the earth and farms its population? If at one of the local or regional meetings that we have to govern our community, someone proposed that instead of equality, that all of us, including the poorest amongst us, donated a percentage of our income to a super rich family with a little old lady at its helm, who would turn up annually in our parliament, draped in jewels and finery, to tell us that our austerity had to continue, you'd tell them they were mental. If someone said that we should give 64% to British land and 0.28% of the population, we would not vote for it. If trade agreements were proposed that meant local businesses were shackled so that transnational corporations could create a farcical, tyrannical economy where produce was needlessly transported around the world for their gain and to the detriment of everyone else, it would be forbidden. If energy companies said that they wanted to be run for huge profit without regulation, whilst harming the environment, we wouldn't allow it. If pharmaceutical and food companies could run their own governing bodies, flood the world with inferior and harmful products that damage and even kill the people that use them, we wouldn't tolerate it. Here's the truth that they fight so hard to suppress. To create a better world, the priority is not the implementation of new systems, though that is necessary. It is a refusal to cooperate with the obsolete and harmful structures that are already in place. The revolution will be easily enacted and beneficial to all. It's time to wake up. Wake up. Good morning. In a study that Yuka conducted amongst non-voters that we paid for, and they still refused to eschew. So it gave damn lying statistical answers. A third said they wanted outright revolution. 54% said they didn't vote because big businesses run Britain, and only 96% thought the voting public had no influence at all on the way the country was run. Incredible that the vast majority of non-voters have found their way to the truth, given that 70% of the UK press is controlled by 3 companies and have a vested interest in ensuring that this truth only appears fleetingly, usually masked by tits and bingo. 6 corporations own 90% of all media in the United States. If you want the truth, you're not going to get it there. The people that own the means for conveying information, who decide what knowledge enters our minds, are on the fun bus. My personal revolution is to live by spiritual principles and to serve this wider change in any way I can. It's early in the process for me, but my infatuation with fame is waning. My need for external approval and the control of other people's opinion is expiring. Good. Practically, I've decided that profits from this book will go towards creating a place where recovering addicts like me can run a business based on the ideas of this book. A cafe and production company run to create community, not money. Democratically managed by the workforce. No bosses, no profit, no bullshit. Selling food sourced ethically, grown locally, and served by people who have had a revolution in their own lives and are now able to learn and give back. Supporting modest, creative projects. Building a community of people who want to be a part of something other than toxic hegemony. We will start small, but we will grow quickly because we have a limitless resource and we are providing an alternative to a dying system. There are no limits to what we can achieve if we behave collectively, responsibly, humanely. The world is changing and we are awakening. These statistics give us a numerical glimpse at the visceral dissatisfaction that most of us feel. Now is the time to express it. These corrupt structures cannot be maintained without our compliance. You could vote against them if there is anything to vote for, but there isn't. Or you could stop paying your mortgage, or stop paying your taxes, stop buying stuff you don't need. I did. Whatever I have is what I use. This is all recycled stuff, old stuff. Just recycle. I've only really earned minimally Basically, it goes to paying the minimal bills that have to be paid. I'm at a point where I don't really wish to make money. I wish to have a life of love and joy, and that's about it. So here we go. When we, the majority, unite and demonstrate our new intention, we will be invincible. If we, who are complicit by our silence, become active and disobedient. This is a pivotal time in the history of our species. We are transitioning from an ideology that places power and responsibility in the hands of the few to one where we all collectively have power. It is important that we clarify in a manner accessible to all which institutions and systems are beneficial and which ones have to go. It is important that we propose ideas and systems that will be advantageous, like the handful in this book, and ensure that they are presented properly. When they are inevitably disparaged by the fearful enemies of change, we must remain unified and insistent. In this climactic time, we have no choice but change. This book written by a twerp, you are not. I just adore you. I don't know why you would even write that. With minimal interaction with brilliant thinkers and uncorrupted mind. You are a brilliant thinker, and you are an uncorrupted mind. Anybody who can come back to being childlike and joyful, actually preserve it, is a feat in itself. I'm very proud of my childlike abilities. There we go. Now, what are you going to do about it? Change. Love you. Pleasant dreams. I'm loaded with the spirit. I'm full of love. So full. Good day.